I know your home ground, cricket ground, Trent Bridge. You love that place. What does this place mean to you?
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun here actually, and particularly this season. It's been the most enjoyable season I've had as a fan. And I think the great thing about football is generally you come with your friends and you enjoy a great day and a great experience. So, you know, thinking a great mate of mine, Sean, that I come with most games. We have some sort of really enjoyable times. Moeen and Ali's been for the Liverpool game.
You're up there, aren't you? You sit up there?
Yeah, just up here, just past the halfway stage. Yeah, so Ruti was here for the semi-final playoff, and you just have some great times here. So it's great to see this place back in the Premier League is special.
What's your first memory of Nottingham Forest?
Oh, don't ask me that. That was I had all the shirts when I was a real youngster. Generally playing cricket in them for some reason. But my dad brought me to my first game with my sister. Actually, we lost 8-1 to Man United. So that's not a great start, but. It was more just sort of towards the end of school, 16, 17, come on a Saturday with friends from school and enjoy. We'd sit in the far corner over there because they were the cheapest tickets, and that was more David Johnson. Now his lad Brennan Johnson's a star here. So it's just a great day to enjoy with friends, isn't it, coming to the football?
Were you ever a footballer?
No. Not really. I love it. I love playing it, but pretty hopeless. Long way to my feet, isn't it? I can't really feel what's going on down there. But just, I think if you're not good with your feet, get yourself as a centre back. Play a strong number 5, good presence in the air, and we're still working with Rob Key and Brendan to see if we can bring football back into the warm-ups, and that's about my level.
Pitch at the moment doesn't quite look ready for the Premier League, but you're in the Premier League. Yeah, you'd be all right on that. Yeah. You might have to bowl some cutters, perhaps, but you're in the Premier League.
I know, it's incredible. It's the city deserves it. We've 23 years since we've been in the Premier League, and we've seen some tough times through there, but it just shows when a manager can come in and galvanise the city and a group of players, how quickly you can rise. And Steve Cooper's come from, he was at Swansea previously, but he's won the World Cup with England under-17s and Liverpool youth coach, so he's got a great ability to sort of bring young players together, and we've had some players that have really shone this year, with some experienced players doing their thing as well. And I suppose the biggest thing that stood out as a fan is you sort of knew which team was going to be picked, and sometimes in football it feels like the team changes so often all the time, but this year every time you checked on Instagram what the team was going to be, you sort of knew what it was going to be, and I don't know, that almost gave the crowd something to really get behind, and some great exciting young players.
What was Wembley like?
Nerve-wracking, but an amazing experience. Yeah, just to think that I was lucky enough to go to Wembley, watch Forest get promoted to the Premier League, and then play for England at Lords is just, I don't know how weeks get any better than that. So it was an awesome experience, and it was one of those. I actually got an email when I got picked for the Test squad saying, "Oh, we're going to have a team meeting at 5 p.m." So the first call I got from Brendan McCullum was, "Oh, congrats getting in the squad." "Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, brilliant." So what's this? What we're doing at 5 p.m. What's going on there? He's like, "Oh, it's just a casual get-together, Can
I go to Wembley, please?
I said, "Forest are at Wembley. We've not been there for 20-odd years." He goes, "Who are Nottingham Forest?" Yeah, it's not a great start. But yeah, he was great. He was like, "Of course you can. Yeah, go and enjoy it. Have a great day, and catch up with the guys later on." So it was, that was... Seeing that many, it was like the whole of Nottingham was there. Walking down Wembley Way and just bumping into people and seeing everyone was just incredible.
Right, let's go and chat cricket down here. Enough football.
Stuart Broad has got his hat-trick. Oh, that's out. Broad has 10 in the match. All gone. Brilliant from Broad. 8 for 15. Best bowling figures on this ground.
High drama at Lords in that first Test match. What was that like to be involved in? Because it was fantastic viewing.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was actually really exhausting, to be honest. We felt like we fitted a lot of cricket in a short space of time. So a great first day, bowling New Zealand out cheaply. Obviously we'd want a few more runs, but getting level with them kept us in the game. And then that afternoon, the second afternoon, Mitchell and Blundell played fantastically well and built a really good partnership. So we knew coming back Saturday morning that we had to make something happen and to give ourselves a fighting chance. I think in Test cricket, as soon as a chase gets above 300, it becomes a bit more of a mental challenge. So it was great to sort of ride that wave of the crowd being back at Lords and the positive mindset that the group are taking into the games, and just such a great feeling getting that Test match win. Not that I'd forgotten how special it is or forgotten how hard work it takes to get them, but it made it very rewarding being in that changing room, having battled for the win.
You mentioned the crowd. I mean, that Saturday morning, those 3 wickets in the over, 2 to you, and then the run out of Colin de Grandhomme. I mean, the crowd went berserk. You went berserk. Have you missed that? Is that Test cricket? Is that what it's all about?
What an over this is. Broad is on one. The Grandhomme run out. Jameson bowled first ball, and Broad on a roll.
Yeah, of course the drama of that really helps, and I actually ran in my 2nd or 3rd ball of that morning, and in my run-up I thought, it feels quiet when I was running in. So I said to Potsy in my 2nd or 3rd over, I said, we're going to have to get the crowd going here, because we need a bit of energy, and the game needs to turn. So he's like, yeah, go on, I want to hear it, So I started, and then once I did it once or twice, they really lifted, and the roar was amazing. That's why I think we got carried away as a group with our energy, because the crowd really led us that way.
You mentioned Matt Potts. Fantastic debut.
Brilliant. Yeah, really good. He's got a lot of attributes, hasn't he, to be a successful Test bowler. He brings the stumps into play, he bowls an attacking line, he can swing it and seam it, and decent pace. So, a bit of a dream debut at Lords, and he's had a fantastic start to the year with Durham, and let's just hope he continues that through the summer, because he's an exciting bowler to have around, and we need some bowlers at the minute.
We didn't have a 300-run chase, but it was a significant chase nonetheless. Ben was fantastic in terms of the matchups with the left-arm spinner, got ahead of the game, and then Joe Root just seems to get better. I mean, phenomenal.
Yeah, it was how calm was he in that chase? That really came across, and let's not forget Ben Folkes' role at when Stokes got out to calm that sort of feeling down. I think that was such a crucial part in the game, that sort of 40 to 80 period where the ball went a bit softer, that it was so important. We did a lot of our damage there, and Stokes, he showed the mindset that he wanted the group to play with, that it's never going to be a draw. It was, we've got to chase these runs. Let's treat it like one-day innings. You wouldn't think twice about chasing 270 in a one-day game, would you? So it was that mindset of take the option, get your matchups. If you feel like taking a bowler down, go for it. And I was actually more nervous coming back the last day, needing that 60, cloudy. I mean, I don't know if you walked out to the middle in the morning, it was like, if New Zealand had a new ball here, we'd be in a bit of trouble. So the calmness that those two finished the game off with was spectacular, and we've got to take that momentum into this week.
You've been captain of Strauss and Cook and Root, and now Ben Stokes. First impression of him as captain?
Yeah, he was really good. He was nice and calm in the middle. He quite clearly, him and Brendan have decided that the mindset's got to be how we're getting our next wicket. So as a bowling group, it's very much, it's not thinking, I need a point or a third man to stop the runs. It's like, where can I find a capture from? Where are we creating this wicket challenge from? And that's something that we grabbed hold of as a bowling group. And of course, you have to adjust to different conditions of what you get in Test match cricket. But the Lord's pitch did enough in the air for us to really have that positive mindset, and we'll be looking to do the same at Trent Bridge.
Does that sit comfortably with you then, that mindset of trying to take wickets? Because you have spoken before about drying things up and building pressure and taking wickets that way. Is that your preferred method? I mean, I know Lords was different because of the overheads and the ball, etc.
Yeah, good question. I think it's you do have to adapt to slightly truer pitches to be able to drive on. Just bringing the knee roll into play, you could leak a lot of runs. But it's almost changed that mindset that if you go at 3.5 and over, 3.7 and over, and you're making sort of dismissals happen, that's a positive thing. So not being as scared to get driven for 4. I think in Test cricket, if you're getting cut for 4, it's a rubbish ball. So that mindset of bringing the stumps into play and being attacking up there is a good one. And you're right, you need the conditions to be right to be able to implement that. And we have to adapt as quick as we possibly can at Trent Bridge to see what the pitch is doing and what's in the air.
And Brendan, how's he been around the group?
Very relaxed, yeah. He's he's got a great mindset of how he lives his life and that sort of no fear and how we can take the positive option at all times. And I think that's just a language that we're trying to use in the changing room consistently, because it does feel a breath of fresh air coming out of all the sort of COVID stuff that we've had over the last 2 years. Actually being able to even see, I saw Molly after day one for a bite to eat. It's the first time I've seen her in a test match for 2.5 years. It's really refreshing to have that sort of mental break outside of the cricket, and Brendan and Stokesy are really driving that as well. It's very important that we train hard and we put everything in but make it fun, almost like fun's the number one thing that we're going to have, and then the cricket will follow. And I think you saw that in the field and the way we played at Lord's. There were smiles on people's faces and a real energy of enjoyment, and again, that's something we want to bring to the city of Nottingham this week. Forest just got to the Premier League. Nottingham, great place to play. Love Trent Bridge, and let's get that crowd going and have a party.
But on that point of getting away and out of the dressing room and out of the bubble, out of the hotel, Test match cricket is high pressure. That Test match particularly was played on small margins. How much have you missed being able to go out to dinner and just take away the pressure for a bit, as opposed to just staring at the ceiling in your hotel room on your own?
Hugely. I think you only realise how much you've missed it when you have the opportunity to do it again. I'd forgotten what it was like. We've done every tour since, and English games where you finish a day's play, you go back to your room and you see what you haven't watched on Netflix. Really, it's like what's left. So it's been a lot of sitting in rooms, and it feels so refreshing to burst out that bubble, if you'll pardon the pun, and live your life and live how much I enjoyed the first, whatever it was, 13 years of my career playing normally. We're back to playing that free, normal style, and it's great fun.
That atmosphere at Lord's, you're geeing the crowd up, you're winning Test matches at the home of cricket, you're right in the thick of things. I'm not going to rake over old ground with West Indies and the omission, but was there a time when you thought, I'm never going to experience that again?
Yeah, of course there was, 100%, when you miss out on a squad. But Jimmy and I went through a bit of a journey on ourselves. We were talking virtually every day of how we were feeling, and changing that mindset when we started back playing for Lancashire and Nottinghamshire, of how much we're enjoying it and the positivity of that actually a realisation that we still deliver at the top stage. We can still influence games. Let's just enjoy our cricket and see where the wind blows, and if we get picked again, that's great, but if we don't, then we can still enjoy playing for our counties and winning games there. So it was a great feeling to be out there with the crowd, and the reception that the whole team got, but the reception that Jimmy and I felt was fantastic. We felt very, very appreciative of that, and we hope that we went a little bit way of delivering a bit back in helping the team win. I got a bit of stick in the changing room actually for the way I was geeing the crowd up. This sort of, that apparently is unacceptable. Apparently it's got to be more that.
Oh, I see.
So a little change.
Who took umbrage with that?
Popey, Zach Crawley, Jimmy, Stokesy. So apparently that's going to be more a technique of that this week.
Right, this week, what can we expect from Trent Bridge? I mean, it possibly could be the last time you play in an England shirt at Trent Bridge. What does that ground mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to think about that far ahead of whether it would be or wouldn't be. I think the mindset I've come into this season is just attack each week, really give everything, give my heart and soul to each Test match, enjoy it straight after, enjoy the moments in the changing room, and then reset for the next week. So yeah, I had a great time at Lord's. I really enjoyed playing there. And getting the Test match win, and that'll be the same this week. Whether we bat or bowl first, whether we win a toss, lose a toss, go and look around the stands, realise how lucky I am to be here, enjoy it, and bowl with a smile on my face. And I felt really fresh and energetic last week, and that'll be the same. And particularly at a ground that I love. My family and friends will be there. It's a ground I've bowled thousands of overs at. I feel very comfortable there, and know what to try and extract out the pitch at certain times. So. There's a really good feeling in the changing room. You've got a few guys who haven't played much cricket there, but the likes of Zach Crawley and Ollie Pope and Folksy arriving, going, wow, this stadium's fantastic. What a great ground. And that sort of mindset and energy leads you into having a good week.